Piper Jaffray says that 42% of adults believe they watch less TV now than they did 2 years ago. Lots of other data points support that. Let's look at the net impact. That is the percent of online video viewers who say that they're watching less television. First of all, let's do a survey in the audience here. How many people today, after, for over the last, say, couple of years, say they're watching less television? Please raise your hand. Wow, that's 67.8%. If you could please make a note of that. That's another data point right here at AdTech. Cool. Okay, this is how the data comes in. Harris Poll, 8% say they're watching less TV. Similarly, CTAM, 8%, followed by Lightman Research at 9%, Ipsos at 10%, which is why we were a little confused when TNS had a number of 30%, and then we looked further and we found that it was sponsored by Google, which owns YouTube. So, not saying anything, but could be. All right. So now let's get to the big question in our minds. How much money is involved? Are we talking about big bucks or what? Well, let's quote from Henry Blodgett. Does everybody remember Henry Blodgett from Merrill Lynch days? A few people remember that. Well, he's back, and he has a great blog called Silicon Valley Insider. And this is a great quote, folks. He says, looking at this whole dollar market of online video spending, he said, these YouTube ads could bring in between 12 million and 360 million. You're laughing. Why are you laughing? Oh, because that's quite a range, isn't it? I would love to be able to give that kind of range. Would you love to do that? Go to your boss and say, yeah, we're going to deliver anywhere between 2 million and 10 million. Huh? It doesn't cut it. You have to have a more specific number. So here's our numbers. We put our stake in the sand, and at eMarketer we're predicting $1.1 billion spent on online video ad spending in the US alone. That is 4.2% of total online ad spending, which is $21.1 billion. So small potatoes. Even by the year 2011, we're saying it's under 10% at about $4 billion. We're not alone. Some researchers, Forrester, could be right. They're at about $5 billion by 2011. We are a little perplexed, on the other hand, by Jupiter's number at 2.3. So we're not quite sure where they're coming up with that number. Seriously. Because all the data shows that marketers, and these are surveys among marketers, are expecting to spend or shift a lot of their television budgets over towards the internet. This is according to Dynamic Logic. You've got the AAF saying 43% of US marketers expect to shift 1/5 or more of their TV budgets into online video by 2010. That's a pretty strong statement. And then you've got McKinsey on a global basis saying 1/3 of global marketers say they're already using online video ads, and 74% plan to increase spending on them over just the next few years. So all the data supports that this thing, the rocket's, going up fast. Let's get some perspective on that. If we consider that the rhinoceros is the $70 billion US TV ad spending market, $70 billion in the US every year, you'd have to take out your microscope, and look at the fly on his butt over there. And what that figure relates to is 1.7% of total TV spending. So again, this is very early days. It's a nascent market. We have a long way to go.